Good to see you. I'm Rap, and the idea and the person basically were one and alike. It was Mark Zuckerberg, and so after all these things that you have uncovered and all that, if we think about that, should the person also not resign in that sense?
So just to clarify what I said yesterday, so I said when we think about the problems of Facebook, it is not about bad people on the platform or bad content. It is about the system that amplifies the most extreme content. It's the problem with the AI. With regard to Mark, I have a lot of faith in Mark. I think he's a good person. I'm not willing to cast stones at him, but I do believe that the series of choices that he's made, especially leaning in on the metaverse, like they're going to hire 10,000 engineers to work on video games when they haven't actually gotten safety right on their main product. Like if we had 10,000 engineers to work on safety, we'd have a very different Facebook. And so given that I see this pattern of choices where he prioritizes growth and expansion over making sure what he has is good, I think that is a failure of leadership.
Of leadership at the top and nobody else. Yeah. And what should the consequences of that be?
I think there are many opportunities for Mark in the world. He's a smart, capable person. But I think unless he wants to prioritize the safety of the platform, he should step aside and let someone else focus on that.
We were talking last week. We came up with the change from Facebook to Meta, and all the stress came about the metaverse in that sense. And so they invested billions upon billions in that. And if I look at it, God, I go like, wow. In a sense, isn't it scary compared to tell us about that? What the dangers?
I'm extremely concerned about the metaverse, right? So beyond the fact that these immersive environments are extremely addictive, and they encourage people to unplug from the reality we actually live in, right? Like the metaverse in the original novel where it was outlined was dystopian. It was a thing that people used to numb themselves when their lives were horrible. And so I'm worried about it on that level. I'm also worried about it on the level of the metaverse will require us to put many, many more sensors in our homes, in our workplaces. And in the case of workplaces, we don't get to choose to be in those spaces. Like if your employer decides they're now a metaverse company, you have to give up way more personal data to a company that's demonstrated that it lies whenever it's in its best interests. I think Facebook should have to have a transparency plan for the metaverse before they start building out all this stuff, because they've demonstrated with regard to Facebook that because they can hide behind a wall, they keep making unforced errors. They keep making things that prioritize their own profits over our safety.
The dark future that we've seen in movies from Dick and everyone, actually, how far out is that? Can we? In how many years could we see that?
I can't see into the future, but I think there is a real thing of the vision as it has been outlined. I think is concerning. And we should be forcing, as the public, transparency plans, risk assessments. They should have to do risk assessments on these things and communicate them to the public. Because having Facebook have another monopoly, and that's what they're trying to do. They're going to be basically giving out the hardware for free. Like they're not going to make any profit on it, or they're even going to lose money on it because they know you are the product, right? And that if they get more data on you, they can get more hours of your life, they can send you more ads, they can make more money on you.